life talk. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
So, for the Life Talks, I think a lot of us, we know at this point that the Life Talks are based on something that can help you out in your daily life, something that might be presenting itself. And I had a unique experience this week where I told you guys last week I felt like there was something supernatural was going on. So I took that and I posted about it on my social media. And people called me and wrote me, and unbeknownst to me, they were like, that helped them because they saw somebody who, in their minds, they saw as, using their words, someone that was perfect, that had problems in their life. And there's a reality that none of us are perfect. So that's why these life talks become important, to share. The shirt that I have on today says, if you bring up my past, you should know that Jesus has already dropped the charges.
Amen.
And people say they like this shirt. But the shirt really meant a lot to me because when I first started in the ministry, I often talk to you guys about my past. And, I was blessed enough to come out unscathed with no real charges. But there were a lot of things that I did that could have had me in this color permanently. There were a lot of times that I made some very, very egregious mistakes where I could have been in this color permanently. And a lot of it had to do with anger, a lot of anger issues, and how I didn't know how to control my anger. So I thought that was a very important thing to talk about this week. And it was weird because as I was sitting looking at that, I got a post that I saw, the one that's about narcissism. Anybody knows what narcissism is? Narcissism, by definition, is a self-centered personality style that's characterized as having excessive preoccupation with oneself and one's own needs, often at the expense of others. I saw this online. It says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but accusations from a narcissist are actually confessions. So when I saw it coming through social media, and there was a very next post that comes up was one of the people that I would call my dear friend. And when I say my dear friend, not that, when I say my dear friend, I called him my dear friend because they said that they called me brother often. And there's a lot of things that I did for this person over the years. And when I say a lot of things that I've done, like literally giving this person a place to stay, let them in my house, gave them my clothes, picked them up. It's like things I've done for them for years, This year, as I'm going through a hard time, I'm trying to read what's going on in my life and figure things out. And Thanksgiving came and gone, and I see this post from this friend 2 days later, nobody checked on me this Thanksgiving. Nobody cares about me this Thanksgiving. People that I call my brother didn't even reach out to me this Thanksgiving. I can't stand how the world never accepts me, and no one cares about me, and I'm not going on. And it was like a very long post where they were rambling, spewing this anger at everyone. And I started to get angry because I started thinking about all the things that I've done for this person, how much I've put into this person, how much I've invested in this person. But then I had to figure out how to control my anger. Because when I say I got angry, I was old me angry. You got a problem, let me go to his house. I'm about to go see this guy. We got to talk. And if you say the wrong word, ain't gonna be no more talking. These things start talking when the wrong words come out. But I said, you know what? My life is not there anymore. Jesus gave me another chance. So what can I do to fix this anger? And then I had to go, of course, to the Bible because it always gives you what to do. So that's where we go in here to James 1:19 through 21. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Now, I told you that I've had a lot of scrapes where I could have been in this color permanently. The anger that took me, like for those few minutes, could have got me in this color permanently. Because my head said, let me go see this man. But I had to look at the Bible and listen to what was going on. First and foremost, I understand that he is alone and there's a lot of stuff that's going on in his life, and he's only looking from his perspective. Unfortunately, a lot of us do that. When I talked about narcissists, we have narcissistic behaviors. It is natural because we look at everything from our own perspective. All of us do this. When I say all of us do this. I'm us, me, us. We all do this. And because we do it, we have to be conscious of it. So that's why you have to be quick to listen. Look at the person and figure out where their anger is coming from, what's going on in their lives, and try to put your feet in their shoes. Difference between sympathy and empathy. Stop feeling sorry for them and try and see what it is that they're feeling. A lot of us don't do that. But it says slow to speak, slow to become angry, because if you are not, you will react. Reactionary stuff never works out right. It just doesn't. Only time you should react is if you're in a sport. React in football, that's fine. Keep yourself from getting hurt. But in life, you have to be slow to speak and figure out what's going on. I know that this was confirmation for me because as I got up this morning, I told you guys I saw that on the narcissist thing. I posted it, and when I reposted it, I had another person who I won't call my friend, but they were the sibling of one of my closest friends who I'm no longer friends with. And when I say I'm no longer friends with, that person cut me off because in their life, there was a portion where COVID had come around. And when COVID came around, my wife, smarter than me, was like, hey, we're not accepting visitors. And so when the person tried to show up at the house, I had to tell the person to turn away because we don't want, anyone in the house. We don't know what's going on with COVID, this, that, and the other. That person flat out cursed me out, cut me out of their life. Life went crazy after that because I didn't open my doors to them during a time to endanger my family. Because they never looked at why they weren't coming in the house. They only looked at how they felt about what they did. That's narcissistic behavior. And when I say it's confirmation, like that person's sister reached out to me. I haven't talked to that person's sister probably in like 5 years, and they just started a thread in my social media about how narcissistic their sibling is. And I was like, that's crazy because I'm going to continue to pray for her, no matter what. Because there's a reality that narcissism is a mental thing that most of us can't control. So God is the only one that's going to be able to do anything about it. But in order to be there for these people, you have to make sure that you are quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. Reason being is because narcissism also leads to hypocrisy. You start to get angry at people for doing what you're angry at them for. Like, how could I be angry at this guy for being angry? How could I be mad that this guy was mad? That's hypocrisy at its finest. So I had to pray for this guy, And there's a reality, you can put that other one up. If you carry bricks from your past relationships into your new one, you're destined to build the same house. So we have to find a way to change what it is that we're doing. None of us are above reproof. None of us are above fault. We all have problems in our lives. We have to continue to pray for each other. But we also have to recognize our own faults. We have to open our own eyes, listen to what's going on, understand why a person is upset, understand how you make them feel. You don't have to condone it. You need to understand it so you know where it comes from so it can stop you from being angry. Just trying to give some tips. That's the light talk for today.